So you believe in getting even?
Hell to the yeah.
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket.
I don't get angry. I keep trying to tell you and that jerk that I do not get angry. If somebody do something to me, I do something to them. That's just common sense.
So you believe in getting even?
Hell to the yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up, my truth seekers? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Yes, indeed. Guys, look, I was going to go ahead and push this back to Saturday, but I say no, I'm going to come on and continue with this Maestro show. Okay, which, like I said, I'm going and elevate myself and do some stuff. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and share it on this channel right here, but I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on. Like I said, I'm more into my spirituality, and also when it comes to historical events, I likes that. I really likes that. So that's what I'm working on right now. And besides, when it comes to all this right here, man, this is like regurgitated information. I mean, my God, can people be original? Can people be original? Okay. But that's all right. It's all good. We just recycling. That's all it is. So I want to go ahead and talk about love and marriage in Huntsville. Marsau Scott rolling the dice. Some might sit there and say, when it comes to Marsau, that he is playing chess. Marsau is not playing chess. Marsau is sitting there being manipulative. That's exactly what he's doing, because he knows that if Ariane come on, then all his skeletons going to be out. Okay, and that's exactly what it is. So as you can see right here by the title, it says Love and Marriage Huntsville rolling the dice for the #1 spot, the bitter taste of fame. Like I said, much is given, much is required. Hey, Starbucks is in the house. She says, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. Yes, indeed, guys. Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. In here, we are truth tellers. We stand on our truth, okay? But guys, this is a lot. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about all this right here. But before I get into all that, I want to go ahead. I'm working with someone. He's helping me with my other channel, also with TikTok. I'm doing pretty good on TikTok. One of my little videos that I went ahead and made, I think it's like almost going to 2 million. Yes, almost 2 million. I really do good. And the thing about it is that some of the same stuff that I post on this channel right here does not even get any views. And when I put it on TikTok or put it on my other channel, some of the stuff, just switch it up a little bit, then it does good. So I thought that I was, shadow banned, because the guy that had helped me when I had lost my channel, he had helped me out free of charge, didn't charge me anything. And he also affiliated with YouTube. Yes, he is affiliated with YouTube. He gives you all the pros and the cons when it comes to YouTube. And he's helping me out with that. And also when it comes to how we like to talk about things, and we like to talk behind the computer. Ain't nothing wrong with talking behind the computer, but YouTube is coming down when it comes to people that hides behind the computer, don't show themselves, but they is using it as a bully pit. How you be seeing some of these YouTubers, they don't show their face, but yet they harass, and they come out with all the content where it's pretty much considered as a bully pit. So YouTube is coming down with all that stuff, but I'm like I said, I totally agree. If you have a YouTube channel, at least you should be a content and you're a content creator, at least, now and then go ahead and show yourself, what you hide, especially when you want to go ahead and you want to spew all that hate, make it make sense. And So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So if that's YouTube, going and taking a lot of channels away, especially, small channels that just coming up out of nowhere and just using this channel as a bully pit, just staying behind the computer, hey, I don't even know why, don't even put like a picture, at least put a picture. These people using avatars, and I love using avatars. I love to use AI, but like I say, you know exactly how I look. We don't even know how these people look. Who are you hiding behind these computers? Show yourself. If you got all that mass smack and you talk, and I was talking to them, I say, look, I'm gonna point them out to you. I'm gonna point them out to you because nowhere in the world that these channels should be existing when you behind your computer spewing all that doggone hate, and then you want to call yourself a content creator. Those are not content creators. Those are not content creators. These people are using their channel as a bully pit. I see my girl Starbucks. She's laughing because she know I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Trust me. And he's directly affiliated with YouTube. I mean, coming out with all that. And then the thing about it is that, like I said, be original, be your own self. So in a minute, when you come out with something, they want to go and piggyback off of your stuff. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But it's time for me. Like I said, I love when it comes to historical content. I love my spirituality, and I got a lot of stuff that I'm working with that, especially when it comes to our people. It's time to wake the hell up out our people. So guys, come on and hit the like button, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And also, just like my girl Starbucks says, if you want to go ahead and support this channel, Cash App Real Talk 985. And thank you in advance for your support. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. And also, if you feel led to go ahead and join the membership for unapologetic content. And that's real talk. Like I said, in here, we are grown folks. We ain't got time to sit there and tickle nobody's ear. So Cash App Real Talk 985. You are not obligated, but it is appreciated. Okay. Like I said, honey, in here is real talk. And that's unapologetic real talk. So if you want to go ahead and be a content creator, at least show your face. I don't give a care how you look. Okay. If you setting up a content and you talking about smack about these people, at least show your face. Too. It was even told to me that I look like a grizzly bear, but the ones that sit there saying that I look like a grizzly bear cannot even show themselves. And that's real talk. Okay. So let me go ahead and do my copyright disclaimer. And after that, we're going to go ahead and get into all that good stuff. And that's real talk. Okay. Yes, indeed. So my copyright disclaimer, if I can go ahead and see it, let me see if I can go ahead and make it a little bigger, which I should be knowing this by heart. Okay. So let me make it a little bigger because I can't see it. Copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. So don't get mad with the messenger. Comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Okay, so as you can see by the title, okay, play your role. Play your role. Okay, so I guess that's exactly what Tisha is doing. Tisha is playing her role. Okay, like I said, if I got to play the role as a mammy and a maid, honey, trust me, or a doormat, you can have that, and that's real talk. My girl, not country girl. Hey, country girl, I don't know where she's at. She probably be at work, but she says bitter and clout chasers. That's all they are. That's all they are. Bitter and clout chasers coming on there and screaming and showing all that doggone hate behind the daggone computer. Show yourself, man. Show yourself. Like I said, no, hey, nowhere in the world that I can do stuff like that. So, guys, look, let me go ahead and get into my commentary. As I was talking about, we're gonna go ahead and talk about love and marriage in Huntsville, which, trust me, I'm just had enough of it. I'm tired of it. I just had enough of it. And it's the sad thing is that it's where our people at. It's where our people at. I call it a minstrel show. That's exactly what I call it. I call this right here is a minstrel show. But I am so disappointed. So disappointed when it comes to Tisha. I am so disappointed with Tisha. I'm not going to tell you no lie. I am so disappointed of Tisha. That's, it to me, it's like, just, I mean, she shocked me. Now that's one shocked me. Tisha shocked me because, I never, from almost the time, I don't know how many seasons this is because they jump seasons and I don't know how many seasons this is. I think that now the ninth season or the 10th season, I don't know. They're going to skip 7 and they halfway went through 8, went straight through with the reunion right now, calling it season 9. I don't know where we are. But when it comes to Tisha, Tisha really shocked me. I'm not going to tell, lie. Tisha really disappointed me because, I never thought that, if she's going to tilt her crown, it was not going to be off of a lie. It was not going to be, or even if it wasn't a lie, something that happened like 20 or 30 years. If you didn't come out with it in the beginning, why would you come out with it now? And just to say, when it comes to Tisha, when what really had gotten me, when she blamed it all on Martel. And right there, like I said, that's why it's time for me to go ahead and elevate myself when it comes to this reality show, because when she blamed it all on Martel, the first thing I was sitting there saying, is the reason why she's doing that, because when it comes to Marsau is the one that is pulling the strings. He's the one that have that Duracell battery in her back because he is manipulating her. This is not no chess. This is not no chess, and this is not Marceau. This is not Marceau playing a war. This is not. This is Marceau is being manipulative, and the reason why he's being manipulative because he knows that when it comes to Martel knows where the body at when they was out there and doing whatever they was doing, throwing money to strippers and going into their little private little R&B or whatever that was they were in. When Martel would bring in Ariane, he would bring in most likely, don't say allegedly, like I said, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you are free game. But I'm pretty sure that they had someone wherever they were, when they all get together, when the men all get together. So I think that is Marcel's way of, I got to go ahead and form an alliance with Melody, because if I don't form an alliance with Melody, then if Martel come on, then Martel, he's gonna tell, about all the stuff, that's going on. Not Martel, but Ariane, because we already know Ariane, she got a loose lip. Ariane got, she's a type of person that she don't mind, don't matter who it is. No matter who it is, she don't even have to see that person on the phone. She gonna start spilling her guts. Like I say, fool me once, but you're not gonna fool me twice. You look at Ariane when it came to the first blogger, how she had this a blogger to record all of her conversation just to go and have another blogger to record all of her conversation. So if they let Ariane on that show, no telling what Ariane is gonna say. And they're afraid of Ariane. But I told you guys, come on, guys, y'all got to give me some type of credit. I told you guys, I say, if Ariane comes on that show, they're not going to allow Ariane to go after Melody. If Ariane come on that show, she's going to go after the Scotts. That was the only way that they will open that door. But that's why I said there and I say, if it was Martel and Ariane, hey, they're the main characters because everybody wants to watch. Don't listen to these trolls that say, oh, if Ariane is on the show, I'm not going to watch. But yet you took the time to type that. That's just to show you, you're going to be the first ones. You're going to beat Ariane's fans the minute when she stepped foot on that show. Because, like I say, when it comes to your enemies are your biggest advertisers, and that's real talk. Okay, so hey, I see some more than came in. She says, "Yeah, Tiara, yes, thank you for coming in, Tiara." Also, Starbucks lover says, "Child wearing JoJo Swanwo bows in 2025." Girl, look, you're gonna have to call me and tell me what JoJo SIWA bows is, but I know it is a hot mess. I could just see it in the spirit. I know exactly what you're talking about. These people, like I said there and say, man, they need to just go ahead and shut the hell up. Okay? Shut the hell up, because these people, oh my God, they are some bunch of clowns. But I pointed them out to them. I say, look, go and them right there. Yeah, yeah. Talking all that mad smack behind the daggone computer. Ain't nothing but computer trolls, okay? Janice Sparks is in the house. Yes, and thank you for being a member. She says she didn't shock me. She go whichever way the dice roll. Absolutely. Every which way that Marceau roll a dice. Marceau roll a dice. And let me make sure I write down Marceau, because I be calling Marceau Martel, because now Marceau wants to be the main character. So I got to remember that name now. He wants to be the main character. Marceau want to be the main character. But like I said, much is given, much is required. Do you think that these people going to just sit there and allow you to build? I pray to God that it do. I'm rooting for him. You know, it may sound like I'm not, but I'm rooting for him. I want to see them prosper. I want them to get the show back on track. I was disappointed. Because I truly believe that Marceau, he's the common denominator of all the stuff that is happening right now, because he's a Fred. That's why I call him Ike. You Ike Turner, honey. You seen the Ike and Tina Turner show. Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake, anime. And you ought to see the because you know I'm really good when it comes to my editing and my AI. I started to show you one of my AI little, short that I made when it came to Tisha. But I said they say, no, I ain't gonna do Tisha like that. Not yet. I just gonna hold out, But eat the cake, anime, because I know how to do some good editing, honey. Tisha was eating that cake, honey. Yes, 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 daddy. Yes, daddy. She was eating that cake, honey. But I said, I ain't gonna do you like that. Not yet. But if Tisha and Marceau, they be the head of this show, I want to see Miss Wanda there. I don't think that they can be able to be in front of this show, get the number one spot. Now that I hope Melody is gone. Lord, I hope Melody is gone. I don't know if Melody is just playing with us and I want to see, at least one season to see if the Scots going to bring those ratings up. They can bring the ratings up. Oh, yes, they can bring the ratings up, but they have to bring in Miss Wanda. They have to bring in Miss Marlene. I want to see Miss Wanda and Miss Marlene. I want to see them all together. And also they have to be able, to go ahead and work when it comes to Martel and Ariane. I promise you, those ratings are going to go up, which, just like I had said before, if I was Marceau and Ariane, I would just go ahead and get a spinoff, and most likely that's probably what they go ahead and do. They're going to see how it's all going to work. Okay. So Janice has said that she didn't shock me to go whichever way the dice is roll. So guys, now that Melody is off, don't make no sense for me to even talk about Melody, to be after the reunion, it's going to be a Melody who. It's going to be a Melody who, okay? Like I said, I'm not going to tell you no lie. Guys, I am so glad. I called it from day one. I stand on my truth. I never switch. I stayed real. Go and watch from the very beginning when I was doing this reality show. I never, ever changed. Because anyone that comes on this show and don't want to work, talk about their piece, build a story off a freaking lie, sit there and build this show off of a freaking lie, off of her trauma binding pain. And they fell for it. They rolled for it for a long, long time until someone sat there and said enough is enough. We can't see Melody and Martel every season they come on at each other. You know, you monetize off it enough now. We don't know anything about nobody else. All we know about Martel and Melody's infidelity. Now, if Melody wants to stay on that show, then she's gonna have to work with everybody, and Martel gonna have to get on with his life. And if Melody got somebody, if it's a security guard, you got somebody else, husband or whatever, allegedly, then hey, bring it on, because just like Ariane said there and say, you want to call her out. You wrote off of the infidelity when it came to Martel and Ariane, and you doing the same thing. Pot meets kettle. That's how I look at it. Pot meets kettle. So guys, let me go ahead and put up all this right here is allegedly and for entertainment purpose only. And when it comes to this minstrel show, hey, I'm gonna call it like it is. This is exactly what it is, a minstrel show, okay? And that's real talk. So let me go ahead and put up my disclaimer, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play some more of these clips. Okay, so let me go ahead and see which clip that I want to go ahead and play. Let's go ahead and let's start with this, because I truly believe that when it comes to the Scots, I think that if they focus on them, and don't focus on all this other stuff, then I think that maybe people might go ahead and give them a little grace, because me, I'm a forgiving person. Okay, so I want to go ahead and play this right here, because I really think that when they showed this, when they went, I think it was at the NAACP own network was giving this event, and the only ones was there was the Scott. So let's go ahead and comb through this right here, which I had combed through it so many times, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue. Okay.
Group, there's so different people and the impact that it has, because they're telling us, oh man, I love that idea about the comeback group. There's so many disenfranchised areas that this can impact, and the impact that it has on economics and all the rest of these.
Why y'all laughing?
So let's go ahead and talk about the comeback group. Like I said, that was what the show was all about. Love and Marriage in Huntsville. It was about them building into their own community. So if they think that they can go ahead and get it back on track, hey, I think that would be a plus, because when it comes to building, especially Black entrepreneurs, building in their own community, that's a must. I'm an advocate of that. I want to see Black prosper. I want to see them building. I want to see them living, well, not living, but I want to see them leaving legacies for their children. So this right here, they have a plan of how they're going to go ahead and get the show back on track. I'm all for it. Okay.
Laughing when we say comeback group.
I don't know what's funny, guys. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get
we
it.
get to talk to y'all one-on-one, right? We get to like chill.
Y'all missed the comeback group. No, we did though. Kimmy, how many properties do you own in North Huntsville? You and Reese?
Oh wow, we have 9 at this point.
Yeah,
and we have 6.
We have 9. Yeah.
And so while the cameras ain't rolling and we getting paid, we still building in that community.
Yeah. And see, that's what I want to talk about. That's what I'm talking about. These people was doing great things in their community, but we never knew about it. We never knew about it, that these people was doing great things in their community. And the reason why we never knew about it, because like I say, they made it all about Melody and Martel's toxic relationship, about their infidelity. But to see that, the stuff that is coming out right now, I'm very excited. I want to see that. And, hey, but I just don't want to see them have to tear it down. Now, I know drama sells. But I just don't want them to see tearing down another marriage, putting their marriage on the altar and sacrificing their marriage, knowing all the hell that Melody and Martel went through. And we already know that was a lie. I don't even want to hear it no more. And that's the reason why most likely Melody went ahead and she hauled tail. So in the minute the tables turned, she left. Because she didn't want the truth to come out. She wanted people to continue glorifying her, lifting her up. But the minute when people sit there and say, no, girl, you sat there, you wallowed on your pain for long enough. If you don't have a solution, hey, you gonna have to leave. That's it. Ain't nobody gonna walk on eggshells around you. Nobody gonna continue sitting there alone, you being a victim every time when things does not go your way. You also have these weaponized tears. Ain't nobody gonna they done caught up with it. But when it comes to the Scotts getting the comeback group back together, hey, I'm all for it. Okay.
Yeah. Right. We still do on a daily basis exactly what we said we're going to do every single day, even though that may not be the general focus that y'all get to see.
And absolutely, we ready to see it. So let me go ahead and close this out right quick. Let me see where I'm at. Let me close this out. Now, this is exactly, what I want to talk about. If they come back on next season, I want them to go ahead and address this. That's why I just didn't understand when it came to Tisha, how Tisha went ahead and she blamed everything on Martel. When we already know that Melody went to the ends of the earth. This girl tried to make your life a living hell, where you even call her she-devil. You call her a dark soul. But all of a sudden you're trying to say that it was Martel. That's the part that I just can't wrap my head around. So I want to know if it was Martel's fault of bringing Kiki on.
Well,
and before I show this right here, like I say, this is a part of a reality show. In here, we're going to tell it. We're going to tell it all. And God bless when it comes to Kiki. Rest in peace. But I truly believe way before all this took place, when Kiki was living, the day before she died, I was coming on with Alive to talk about her. So when Tisha had went ahead and blamed everything on Martel, I want to know why she didn't I want to know why she gave Melody an excuse, especially when it comes to bringing her cousin on the show, her first cousin at that. So let's go ahead and show a little bit of this.
So, and not blaming this on you. I'm just telling you how I looked at it. Well, I'm sorry, girl. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I warned you. The Bible tells us warning comes before destruction. Right out the gate, you started privately talking to bloggers. I told you, be careful when you're communicating, but you don't listen.
So let's go ahead and talk about this right here. Like I said, let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer again. It's under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And this is for criticism. Like I said, when it comes to this scene right here, and just to know that, this girl, she had a lot of issues, a lot of demons that she was dealing with inside. And just to say that Melody went to the ends of the earth. Yes, she did. Went to the ends of the earth to go and find someone to say that Marsau was cheating over Tisha. But yet we already know now that Tisha went ahead and excused her, took some of that burden, took some of that yoke off of Melody's back, where now, Melody going around now thinking that she had nothing to do with all the stuff that was going on. Make it make sense. Did Martel, I want to know, Martel, I want to know, did you have anything to do with Kiki coming on that show, or this was all Melody's doing? Like I said, in here, we're going to stand on our truth, tell the truth, and shame the devil. So we can't keep sweeping this under the rug. I want to know, why they never talked about it. Now, maybe at the reunion, I think this is going to be going on to the second reunion of season 9. Maybe they might address it. They should address it because she was a part of that show. And we already know the reason why Melody went ahead and released her. Melody released Kiki because she said that Kiki was going on bloggers, and leaking information that shouldn't have been leaked when it comes to this reality show. But we already know Melody was doing the same thing. And not only Melody, allegedly, they say her mom. These people was fighting with each other. These people broke up behind all the stuff putting Miss Van in it because Miss Van did not want it, her name in the conversation. But like I said, what goes up comes down. Information, especially when it comes to receipts. You text somebody, those text messages is not going anywhere. And they released all the text messages that when it comes to Miss Van and Melody, that they was releasing information because I already had said from day one that God was going to reveal it to me way before all this stuff had happened. How in the heck that people get first-hand information when it always comes to Martel and Ariane? Where are these people getting those informations from? God revealed it to me. All the while they was getting it from someone that was in close proximity to these people, allegedly. But yet you wanted to go and you wanted to throw Kiki out like disposable good. Kiki had a storyline. Kiki's storyline was more interesting in the toxic relationship that you and Melody, that Melody and Martel faked. Kiki had a storyline. Kiki was a professor at a college. To see how high she was to drop so far. But nobody wanted to pick her up. They only wanted to use her. And when they felt that they couldn't use her no more, what did they do? They threw out. Oh, I'm sorry, but you got to go. But yet they did the same thing. So let's go ahead and play some more.
It's not that I don't want to listen. I get off track. The fact of the matter is, when it comes to sharing things that are happening before they're supposed to be shared, anybody shares stuff beforehand, it's a no-go for me. I have children to take care of, so this is my check. And whenever, at any moment, it's...
So let's go ahead and talk about that. Now, Melody, and it's going in and out, it's buffering. I guess, like I said there and say, when you start telling the truth, things like that happen. All the while, I've been playing this clip for a long, long time, and I never had all that buffering, but it's all good. Exactly what I'm talking about. Go ahead and find a clip. Good is buffering because now I don't have to worry about nobody sitting there trying to use me, saying something about using that content. But still of all, Melody sat there and said, what did she say? She said, I have children, and nobody's going to stop it. And it's not a word verbatim that no one is going to take food, out of her children's mouth. But yet, she was doing the same thing. I showed you so many clips when it comes to Melody, how she was jumping from channel to channel and making songs. And, when they told her to come and dismantle the millimeters, she even said that. You want me to go ahead and pull the clip? Where she said they wanted her to go and dismantle the millimeters. What did she do? She came out and she danced and she said, then say these are grown folks. And before you know it, she made a reaction song, had t-shirts saying millimeters. She wasn't going to dismantle this group because she know good and well if she dismantled this group, then that's going to be her bread and butter. Then they're going to turn on her. It wasn't a show that was her bread and butter. It was those millimeters, and that was her downfall because I talked about it so many times. I say the same ones that's lifting you up. It's the same ones that's going to go ahead and shake your tail right off. But I wanted to play this right here because I want you guys to see the reason why she went ahead and she got rid of Kiki, because Kiki was putting information out, but yet she did the same thing. And not only that, when it comes to Tisha went ahead and just dumped the whole load on Martel. What about this right here, Tisha? What about this? Why you didn't allow Melody to take accountability of some of the stuff that she did? Make it make sense. That's why I sat there and say, when it comes to Tisha, this is not Tisha. This is Marsau. Marsau afraid of Martel. Marsau is afraid of Martel. And the reason why he's afraid, because he knows that he don't want his stuff to come out on that show. And that's real talk. That's real talk. Janet said, we will see, but my opinion, they're going to get ready to bring up the Kiki story. So now she's leaving the show. Absolutely, because she don't want that to come out. She does not want that to come out. Now that the tables are turning, she's losing, just like Ariane saying, she losing her appetite. And we just heard where she's sitting there and saying, hey, I got to feed my babies. You taking food out of my children's mouth. Now, all of a sudden, you ready to go ahead and throw in the towel? Like I said, she's not a big celebrity. I don't even think Melody is a celebrity at all. I haven't seen her outside of this show unless it was like on this little streaming network, and the way that she's rolling and going out there and having her millimeters allegedly blacking out the show. And when things don't go their way, sicking her dogs, harassing, threatening, and doxing people. Who wants to work with that? Tell me who wants to work with that? If anything, she's burning bridges if to get on bigger platforms. Like I said, we have to be careful. And I truly believe it's a possibility. The reason why she don't want to come on back, because she don't want them to bring it up. Because like I said, when it comes to Kiki has a storyline. Kiki had a storyline, but they didn't give her a chance. And you cannot sit there and say, oh, it was Tisha and Miss Wanda. No, it wasn't Tisha and Miss Wanda, because like I said, these people are close relatives. They know what's going on in Kiki's personal life. And that's why they didn't let her come in through the front door. They let her come in through the back door through Melody. Melody let her in through the back door because Melody wanted a storyline. And the way that she was trying to get people on that show, make one question: are you worrying about, Tisha, like Tisha worries about you? Are you worrying about who Marsau is messing with? Like I said, hey, you got to take all that in consideration as well, especially when it comes to Call Is King, what they Call Is King said, when it comes to Marsau and Melody, that the two of them have good chemistry. So guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content, because I'm pretty sure that these trolls out there are going to go ahead and make another rebuttal video. I'm pretty sure that they're going to do behind their computer. I'm pretty sure they're going to do that. Like I said there, say, be original, be yourself. But this right here, this is not Marsau's playing chess. This is Marsau trying to cover up his dirt. But it's sad when you have to use your wife, and that's real talk.
Done because information's being shared. I can't fool with you. Like, I just can't. I've gone out on a limb for you. I have taken heat even that wasn't true. Oh, she brought her own for da-da-da-da-da. I've taken heat for sticking up for you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you do. Yes, you did.
I even popped up with a drug test for you so you can prove to everybody that you're clean.
And that was wrong. Hold on. I'm trying to lower it down. And that was wrong. That's humiliation. You wants to sit there and you wants to pop up with a drug test. That was dead wrong right there. That was most likely when Kiki saw that scene, put her in a very dark space. Put in a dark space. Because nowhere in the world that they should have went ahead and humiliated Kiki by doing a drug test. Melody did not have Kiki back, according to what I have observed. This is my opinion. Don't get mad with the messenger. If you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen, or just raise up your pinky finger and just say, ouch. But like I said, Melody has to take accountability of some of the stuff. But the reason why Melody does not take accountability, because nobody don't hold her foot to the plow. They always sitting there, taking the burden off of her. And that's why she can continue doing what she's doing. Until someone say enough is enough. Look at Stormy. We can go ahead and talk about Stormy. How they tried to make Stormy's life a living hell. How they was doxing, harassing, going on her business page and giving her bad reports. They even side with our oppressor. Her assistant. Coming down, go drop some information, even want to sue Stormy. All on behalf of Melody. Make it make sense. Yes, absolutely. That test was dead wrong. That test was dead wrong. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Discussions were about opportunities for you to discuss your book, overcoming, addiction, tell your story. To date, I haven't seen that. I don't let a lot of people in anymore. I'm very guarded, and for me to be repaid in this type of betrayal is a lot and too much for me. I got too much going on to be dealing with.
Let's go ahead and talk about that. Number one, she's very guarded. Let's go ahead and talk about she's very guarded. How the hell you can call yourself very guarded when you in the mix of everything? When you're the type of person that throw the rock and hide your hands, just like what Martel said. What did Martel say? I hope people can see the real you, because I've been seeing the real Melody. You may not come out and say it, but you got these daggone overzealous fans helping you push this narrative. And then you want to talk about the book. We never even got to see the book. I know I haven't. I haven't even seen the book. And I hope that, somebody write the book, because she got a story. Kiki has a story. But they brought her on to, not they, because like I said, you put a name to it. Melody, according to what I have observed, brought her in through the back door to humiliate her, to bring her in to assassinate Tisha's and Martel's character and their marriage, while humiliating Kiki at the same time, knowing that she had an addiction. So like I said, it doesn't make sense. If you want to come on this reality show, at least make it make sense. I know it's scripted. I know you guys show us just a snippet of what's going on, but at least make it make sense.
A whole bunch of mess. I don't have room for me questioning whether or not you're a loyal friend. I just can't, because literally I'm just getting started. So the more I grow and the higher I go, the smaller my circle is going to become anyway. And that loyalty is more important than it's ever been.
So let's go ahead and talk about this right here. When Melody has said the higher she go, the smaller her circle. That's just to show you people forget where they came from. It was all about her from the very beginning, all about her. Had nothing to do with the comeback group, had nothing to do with the Core Six. She made it all about her. But like I said, much is given, much is required. And the thing about it, what was so hurting is when she used the Tisha, and Tisha allowed her for to say that Tisha is smarter than that. At least I thought. At least I thought. But when you sitting there, you sleeping with people that sitting there, they done bit off a little fame as well. It's kind of hard. But still of all, you still got to stand your ground, because it's all about your integrity. You can't sell your integrity for a bowl of beans, just because that's exactly what Melody did. How she sold her integrity for a bowl of beans. So let's go ahead and play some more.
I don't have room for that in my life. Like, I just don't. I respect how you feel. I'm not trying to change that in any way. I couldn't help but to be 100% humble in this, situation. But I don't feel the need to try to explain things away, because it's like, you know what? I prayed about it. I know what my intentions were. I still wish the best for you, but
and look, I don't know if it was editing. I don't know if they edited out the part, but the way that they put it together, because we already know they still said it. She came out as a cold-hearted person. This girl is spilling her heart, telling you exactly how she felt, and you still dismissed her. You still threw her out as if she was disposable goods. That's why I call these reality shows, I call it a minstrel show. And that's exactly what it is. But it's sad when you on a huge platform and you allowing your goods to be evil spoken of. Like I said, it's a shame when you build a house and just to sit there and tear it down. And that's exactly what you see, because nothing good is going to come out of that. Nothing good is gonna come out of that. That's why she hauling tail. She leaving. Bye. Hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no more, no more. And pray that you have some open doors. Yeah, you might get a few doors open right now, but sooner or later, honey, them doors gonna close as well. Because I don't think, and this is my opinion, I don't think that Melody can act. I don't even think that she can sing. She overacts everything. She's very overactive. And Lord knows when it comes to singing. And this is not no hating. I am not hating at all. Like they say, honey, this is the year of where, hey, nobody is going to go ahead and sugarcoat. I can't put no sugar on this, honey. If you can't sing, you can't sing. If you can't act, you can't act. And that's why they was all upset, because it was Melody's dream. But what had happened? Martel ended up on a huge platform. Bravo. Bravo is a very huge platform. Open the door for they opened the door for Martel to come through. Bravo. So like I said, and I don't think that he burned any bridges, because they all saw the truth. Even Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore came under Melody's comment and say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Because these people, they knew, even the Millimeters, some of them knew, because some of them, and I'm gonna say allegedly, some people that's very close to her, they was even saying that some of the people was her sorority sisters. They knew who it was, but they was helping her to sit there and get on the top, because they know that it was all about monetization. It was all about money. It was all about trying to build a brand for Melody. But like I said, what's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your daggone soul? And now people starting to see what everybody else been seeing all along. Lord have mercy. I think, and this is my opinion, the reason why she left, because she don't want her fans to sit there and see the same stuff that you guys was helping trauma binding with her. She turned around doing the same thing. Like I said, when it comes to this channel is not for everybody, honey. It's for people that are critical thinkers, people that don't go wherever the wind is blowing. They're going to call it exactly what it is. Ain't no changing over here, and that's real talk. So let's go ahead and play a little more.
For me and my friend circle, my inner circle, I can't have anybody that I question intention or purity of the relationship or the loyalty in that. I just can't.
The only French circle, and like I said, I don't know these people from a can of paint. I only can go by of what these people put out. And she's talking about a French circle. The only one that I know is her assistant, and I don't even remember what her name is. But the poor child, I mean, if Melody was a true friend of hers, she'll get her teeth fixed. No way in the world that this girl should be coming on a major TV with her teeth just sticking out like that. And I'm not trying to hurt nobody. This is real talk. Like I said, honey, if you got the money, you booking busy, and somebody helping me, then help them as well. Iron sharpen iron. You see that this girl, her bridge, she need that fix. Help her to get that together. But like I said, people, it's all by them for themselves. Hey, Nikki. Nikki say, hello, beautiful and so truthful lady. Hey, mods and chat. Thank you for coming in. Thank you very much, guys. And make sure you guys go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content.
And God bless you on your journey. And may it be everything you want it to be. Whatever it is she chooses to do next, whatever she chooses to do in her life next, I wish her well on that. I just personally don't have room for her in my life any longer.
And see, they didn't want to show that. They don't want to show that. They don't want to show that. And by people, the cast, not people, the cast, the Scots, they wanted to help cover this right here. But that's your cousin, Tisha. Why would you want them to cover that? Why you didn't want to talk about this? When I saw Melody went into their sports bar to talk about Martel, they all was sitting at the table. That was the opportunity for Tisha to ask, why did you bring my cousin on the show? That was their opportunity to talk about Kiki or Tisha could have talked about why you brought us way to St. Thomas just to have us sleeping in what I call the bottom of the barrel, the slave quarters. Why? When we the main characters. But you had a room for your assistant and you had a room for your friend. Do you blame that to Tisha? Do you blame that on Martel as well? Do you blame that on Martel as well? So let's go ahead and get out of this right here. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So let's go ahead and clear out this right here, okay? And like I said, in here, we are grown folks, 18 and older. We ain't got time to sugarcoat. We don't have time to sugarcoat, okay? So let's go ahead and play this one right here. Letty, hey, Letty. Letty said, "If Kiki rest, please." Kiki said, "Being on TV." Let Kiki rest, please. Kiki said, "Being on TV was a big dream on her." Like I said, this right here is a reality show. I'm talking about a reality show, and I know Letty was gonna say something like that because you know she's a millimeter. Of course, she's gonna say that. They gonna say stuff like that because they don't want this to come out. But one thing I know, God knows that he will give me witnesses. Way before Kiki had died, the day Kiki died, Tina, I can't think what her name, she was one of my minds, Tina, where she was a witness when I had set up a live to talk about Kiki, where I had said that Kiki came in my dream just for them to come around and sit there and the next day say the girl had passed. So miss me with the BS. Let Kiki rest. Sometimes Kiki would use and God speak to me through dreams, and he speak to me through things. And I know that the grave is going to raise. They going to raise up. And I don't think that she had no rest until every rock is unturned, because they humiliated her. They humiliated her on this show. So the only reason why they would say, let Kiki rest, is because they don't want the truth to come out. They don't want the truth to come out because they know how they humiliated her, how they brought her on their platform and humiliated her, brought her on the show and humiliated her, even on these YouTube channels. They humiliated this girl. Now, all of a sudden, they couldn't give her no rest when she was alive. Give me rest while I'm alive. Just like my mama says. And my mama's still living today. Give me my flowers while I am alive. Don't give me my flowers when I'm dead. Don't sit there and say, oh, let me rest, when you didn't let me rest when I was alive. Don't get me to start preaching in here when you did not let me rest when I was alive. But all of a sudden now you want to say, oh, let her rest after they helped put her there. Allegedly. But the girl was already depressed, just like when it came to Shanita. Shanita has talked about, all the stuff that she's been through. They getting these people that's going through mental problems, bringing them on that show instead of vetting these people. Look what Shanita said. That at one time she wanted to commit the big S. She couldn't even handle it because, when you come after Melody, hey, these overzealous, unhinged fans comes after them. Y'all made Kiki life a living hell. Now, all of a sudden, when she was living, now all of a sudden, let her rest. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Maybe she don't have no rest until every rock is unturned. And that's real talk. Thank you, Starbucks. Don't suggest who Lady D should talk about. And that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. Thank you, Star. That's the thing about it. They pick and choose. They pick and choose. They'll sit there and put their foot on people's neck. And when something happened, all of a sudden let her rest. Y'all didn't let her rest when she was alive. Now all of a sudden let her rest. I talked about that, Letty. I talked about that. And they're going to be accountable for it as well. These bloggers let her, humiliated her. And then they think that, oh, it's over with. No, it's not over with. It's not over with. And that's real talk. Okay? So let's go ahead and see where I'm at right now.
You for your reaction to their toxic behavior, but never discuss their disrespect that triggered you.
We spend too much time living in hell with each other. We spend too much time tearing each other down, trying to make the other person do different or function different. If you want somebody to change, first change yourself. We set the example. We are the teacher. We are the mother. We set the example. What the f is wrong with you? Free Martel? You know what? No, that's that free Tisha.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this right here. Let's talk about this right here. I see where Letty said I was just stating my feelings. You can state your feelings, but you can't tell me what to say in here. And that's real talk because like I said, hey, you didn't give me no peace when I was alive. Treat me well while I'm alive because when I'm dead, hey, I can't. I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if she's resting, roaming around or nothing. You don't know what's going on. And that's real talk. My ancestors, I truly believe, still speak to me today. And I haven't even met some of my ancestors. So miss me with the BS. Janice Shark, thank you very much. She says, Lady D, tell the truth. And a lot of people can't handle the truth. Absolutely. Because like I said, when it comes to the truth is like surgery. Ain't nobody wants to be open up. Everybody wants to be sugarcoated. But let's go ahead and talk about this right here. You can see. And if I'm not mistaken, when it came to this scene right here, when Tisha was crying, this man had no sympathy for Tisha at all. No sympathy for Tisha at all. He had just came back from talking to Melody because they showed the scene where when Melody went ahead and talked about free Tisha. But yet when he came to his wife, he made his wife cry. But he let Melody go and emasculate him. The wife never, ever talked it to him like that. And I don't think he would allow Tisha to talk like that. That's why I said there and say, Tisha, blink twice if you need us. But the best thing to do is go ahead and get Miss Wanda on that show. So let's go ahead and play this part right here again. Look at that. This girl, and then the thing about it, she'll blame everybody, but blame the one that she's sleeping on the side of.
What the f is wrong with you? Free Martel? You know what? No, that's that free Tisha.
And then she said there, and it's supposed to be good chemistry. And somebody send me a video, a live somebody, send me some they had sent me a video of they talking about this, doing a commentary on this. If you see, every time when Melody and Marsau they together, he always said that they fussing. Ain't nobody gonna be fussing, and it's not the word verbatim. I'm just saying fussing. But they never could get along. First of all, they shouldn't even be sitting on the side of each other without my wife. Melody is a single woman now. Why would Tisha even want Marsau to film with Melody when Melody went, like I said, through the ends of the earth to make their life a living hell? But this man wants to sit down and he wants to have a conversation with Melody. I wonder if Tisha have Melody's phone number in her phone log. Because we already know when it comes to Marsau have Melody's number on speed dial. Have it on speed dial. And that's real talk. So let's go ahead and get out of this right here. Talk about the disrespect. Now, all of a sudden, we don't want to hear about Kiki. Yes, I do. And I'm pretty sure that Kiki wants to hear as well. So she can go absolutely get her some rest. But I got some ancestors right here, honey. My ancestors are messy ancestors. And they sit there and say they're not getting no wet rest. They gonna stir up the waters. They gonna stir up the waters. You stirred up when you was alive, making their lives live in hell. Girl, go on these YouTubers platform. They sitting there taking it and making it evil spoken of. So miss me with all that.
That ain't your brother you spent 200.
So let's go ahead and play this scene because see, they thought that they was gonna go and pull this on us this season, this episode, talking about the ring. Nobody don't want to hear no storyline about Marsau is not wearing a ring because this right here, if I'm not mistaken, this was episode 5, and I might not be episode 5 when he was talking about the ring. Nobody don't want to hear nothing about Marsau is not wearing his ring. But I still want to go ahead and play it. And the reason why I want to play it because I think that when Miss Wanda is on that show, it balances it off. Miss Wanda can handle Marsau because she gonna put him in check each and every time. And I also think that they owe Miss Wanda because of how I went ahead and I put that nice package together when it came to them getting rid of Miss Wanda. Why did they get rid of Miss Wanda? Because they got rid of Miss Wanda because anybody that crosses Melody, they would throw them out. Nobody couldn't cross Melody. And we already know now today, if you cross Melody, then you're going to have a meeting, a whole hour meeting or hours of meeting every year talking about how you guys did Melody wrong. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you for letting the cat out the hat or the rabbit out the hat. Okay, thank you. So let's go ahead and play some more of this. Letty says because Melody knew he is a cheater, and I also think that Melody wanted Marsau, and that's my opinion. Because nowhere in the world I'm gonna go to the ends of the earth to find out if somebody else is cheating over their wife. What's the purpose? For hurt people to hurt people? I think Melody wanted to know that Marsau was cheating because she wanted him. Tell her true and shame the devil.
Something ain't right with that, Marsau.
This is my brother. I don't care.
That ain't your brother you spent $2,800 on, no. You said you spent $2,800 on drinks.
Mom.
You just now said you spent $2,800. $1,200. What's wrong with you?
My relationship with my mother-in-law, my Wanda, it's like
And that's the part that I don't like about Tisha. When Marsau says some stupid stuff, that he's wrong, Tisha laughs it off. Now, I don't see anything what Miss Wanda said that was so funny. It's just to show you that when it came to Tisha never had her mom's back. Because she could have fought for her mom to stay on that show because the raw deal that she got. I showed you so many clips when it came to Tisha, Miss Wanda, Melody, and her mom. Melody's mom thought that she was so good where even when Tisha touched her, don't touch me, as if Tisha had the heebie-jeebies, but yet Miss Van used to work for, allegedly, I think I heard that, Miss Van used to work for Marsau and Tisha. Make it make sense. Now, all of a sudden, you think that you're above them. Make it make sense. Like I said, honey, these people just putting on the front, faking it until they make it. Ain't got a pot to you know what and a window to throw it out of. Because if truth be told, according to what Martel put out, Miss Van was even laying on her sofa, messing up her couch, putting a daggone hole in her couch. Martel sat there and said when he came home from a hard day's work. They both, Melody and her mom, looking for something to eat. Make it make sense. And got those small babies in that house. I guess the man was coming from a hard day's work and then had to bring food for them.
Tisha, you look so good. Look at that ring. Let me see that, girl. Oh,
that is nice. I'm telling you.
Marcel, let me see your hand.
Marcel, you got the ring. Did you spend $1,200? Did you throw the ring on the stripper too? Make it ring?
I'm not gonna get upset.
My finger gets fat when I drink.
Your ring don't get fat.
The thing that's annoying me about Marsau right now is that the ring symbolizes that, yes, you're married. When you're out with your guys, you know, your ring say, this guy right here is off limit. So I can understand that sometimes you...
And if you got to tell your husband that you've been married for decades, what the ring symbolizes, then that's just to show you that it wasn't too much from the start. Nowhere in the world, if I was Tisha, I would put my marriage out there for other people entertainment. Nowhere in the world I would do that, knowing ain't nothing good gonna come out of that. And that's real talk. Okay. Let it say Martel pillow talk to Melody. And when Melody, absolutely. That's why I didn't hold Tisha when I remember Misbehaving was saying that Tisha had said some stuff about Melody. So she had showed me a clip where she had got that information from, but Tisha was talking to her husband. So I didn't hold no weight to that because that was pillow talk. Now, if Tisha would have talked about Melody to Kimmy and Destiny or someone else, then I would have had a problem with that. That, you know, she's out there spreading rumors, but she was pillow talking with her husband. So when it comes to Melody and Martel, they were pillow talking. So quite obvious, you know, he's going to tell his better half, you know, some things that was going on. That's what marriages do. These people was married how long? Almost maybe about 14 years. So quite obvious, you know, he's going to tell his wife what's going on. But that does not mean that she bring it out of the household. So no excuse with that, even if they try to spin that story. So if Tisha come back on and said, you know, the reason why I said what I said to Martel because Martel told his wife. So what? That's pillow talk. That's his wife. That was his wife at the time. I tell my husband everything. If I can't tell my better half anything, that's my husband. That's my better half. That's my soulmate. If I can't tell it to him, who else could I tell it to? Like I said, and here we are critical thinkers. We ain't gonna think stupid. We're not gonna think stupid. So if Tisha got all that information off of Melody, yes, Melody gonna say it. Why Melody say it now? Mad Day. She need an alliance. She need these people on her side. So girl, I got some stupid pigeons right here. I'm gonna tell them that, oh, I got all this information from my husband. That's why I did what I did. You didn't have to do it. Let's go ahead and see if we can find that clip right there quick. Because I got time today, okay? Let me see if I can find that clip. It doesn't matter if Tisha asks Melody. It doesn't matter if Tisha asks Melody. I don't care. It still was Melody getting that information if she got it from her husband, and she should have kept it herself. That's real talk. That's like me sitting there telling you all my business because of what my husband told me. Does that make sense? Make sense? No. Let's play that. Let's see if we can play it.
Lie that you're exempt.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer again, guys. Copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting. What are we doing right now, guys? We are reporting scholarship and research. We also are doing what, guys? We are researching. So guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So thank you for bringing this to my attention, because I have a whole archive of what was going on when it came to this minstrel show. Okay. And that's real talk. So let's go ahead and talk about this. This was, I think, the very first beginning, maybe about season 3. Melody had many opportunities to get it straight, but she monetized off it and she rode off it and she humiliated Tisha. You ain't gonna humiliate me with information that you got and use it against me. I mean, she made Tisha's life a living hell, where Tisha sat there and say, prove it to me, Melody. Prove it. Where did you get that information? What did Melody say? Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. She said, go to YouTube. She didn't say, my husband told it. That's just to show you. Now we know Saint Melody is also a pathological liar, according to this reality show. All this right here is for entertainment purpose only. All this right here is a ledge. This is my opinion, okay? For Kiki. As Melody say, for Kiki. Okay? So all this right here is unapologetic and non-biased, and all is allegedly, okay? So let's go ahead and play this right here. This is the scene right here. I pulled up because Letty has said Martel pillow talked to Melody. Letty had said that Martel had pillow talked to Melody, and that's why Melody went ahead and brought all that information, okay? So let's go ahead and let's play this. Melody thought that she wanted Tisha to go through the same hell that she went through. Like they say, hurt people hurt people.
Getting into the lie that you're exempt from what happens to majority of marriages in America. I really feel like Tisha is in denial about what really goes on in her marriage. But you know what they say, some women don't care. As long as you're paying the bills, take care of the house, honey, they don't care what you're doing. So maybe she's one of those kind of women.
And that's the type that I don't understand. Now, all of a sudden, when it comes to Melody wanted to go ahead and she wanted to bring it out, which Tisha didn't receive it. Tisha didn't even want to hear it. Now, all of a sudden, we got Letty sitting there saying Tisha asked. I didn't see the tape where Tisha asked Melody to give me that type of information. I see the scene right here where Tisha sat there and said she don't care. She's not going to leave her husband until she actually sees herself. But the thing about it is that Melody wanted to be the top star and she needed some kind of leeway. So she could sit there and say, oh, I'm not the only one that's on this show that's going through a nasty divorce, just because she threw her marriage out. Melody threw her marriage out to save face to these overzealous fans. Melody would have stayed in that relationship, I truly believe, if she wouldn't have pitched this show. She would have had her bags at the door when she felt ready to go out and get her peace, go and get her a hotel or whatever she was doing. Like most women, when they need their peace, just like one of my moms say, what do they do? They go and take a bubble bath. But she was all about getting her peace. Don't worry about the children peace. If I'm going to leave my house, I'm leaving with my kids before I put anything in a suitcase. My baby's going to be right there. So miss me with the BS that, oh, when it comes to Melody and Martel, they was just pillow talking and Tisha asked for that information. Right there, you're going to see Tisha didn't even want to hear it. So let's go ahead and play some more.
You're trying to destroy family, or things probably would have been said a long time ago. Our husbands have been friends for a long time, and they know a lot about one another. My husband has never cheated on me. Let's be clear about that.
Why are you yelling, Tisha?
So Tisha said that she's very upset. Melody was trying to tell her back then. And the only reason why Melody wanted to tell it back then, because Melody wanted to have someone to cry with her. Like two drunks. Oh, my husband did it. Your husband did it. Like the blind lead the blind. And what happened when the blind lead the blind? They both end up in a ditch. Melody wanted Tisha in the ditch with her because she didn't want it to be on this show and just Martel and her marriage is falling apart because she thought that she had the blueprint. So she had to make Tisha at least feel a little less than her because she always looked at Tisha less than her, that she was above Tisha. She needed somebody that she felt that was below her. And she couldn't take it when Tisha sat there and she stood in her marriage. And I'm pretty sure Tisha knew that Marsau was cheating on her. But she refused to sit there and put it on this reality show for the entire world to pick it apart. And that's the bottom line. Letty said at the coffee shop, Tisha even threw up the BMW. I remember that, but I would have threw the BMW too, because first of all, I told Melody that, hey, stay out of my marriage. She couldn't put her hands on her, so throw up the BMW. You going to bloggers and telling bloggers, getting information off of bloggers and bringing it on the show that my husband is cheating, got me screaming from the top of my lungs, asking you to prove it to me. So I don't think that Tisha could have reached across that table and punched her because it wasn't worth it. So they was fighting words with words. So I'm going to bring up the BMW. I'm going to bring it up. And most likely when it comes up to the conversation about the BMW, Melody put it out there. Martel said Melody put out all the information. Nobody ever heard of an Ariane Curry. Ain't nobody leaked that information but Melody, according to what Martel said. So we can't get mad because Tisha refused to put her marriage out there.
What you feel like you and Martel may know. If Martel knows something, he can bring out proof. But I know that he has never.
Okay, so here's
that has
what I'm
never
saying.
been an issue.
I would say you might need to attend mimosas with Melody. No one is exempt because you.
I never said. No one is exempt.
Now, what Melody said was wrong. Hold on.
Know what you said.
What
was
Melody
my husband
wrong
has
when she
never
said that? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to sit there and I was trying to stop it. They just didn't want it because they run their mouth too much. But let's go ahead and let's talk about that. Now, when Tisha said, pretty much, which they already had talked about it, I felt it in the spirit way before. They're most likely they talked about it before they came on the show. Tisha probably sat there and said, well, I'm going to talk about it. But once she got in front of the cameras, most likely she had a change of mind. I'm not putting my marriage out there. And that made Melody upset because most likely, we had agreement. Now, all of a sudden you want to change. And that's why from that scene all the way until now, Melody made it her purpose, her mission, to sit there and find out if this man was cheating, where she was willing to get someone that was to pay someone, which she said on the reunion that she wasn't going to pay, but the woman had told Tisha and Marsau that, they offered her $5,000 or she offered him $5,000, but Melody had said it was not going to come out of her pockets, but Melody wanted that woman on that show. And when she couldn't get that woman on the show, that's when she brought Kiki. Now, all of a sudden, we need to let Kiki rest. Like I said, honey, my ancestors not resting again until every rock is unturned. Even the blood of Abel, if you want to believe those stories, is still crying out from the grave. Now, all of a sudden, Kiki is the only one can rest. When she didn't have no peace when it came to these Negroes right here. Make it make sense. Some of you guys might get this by tomorrow. But the thing about it is that Melody needed someone to be on that trauma bonding train wagon with her because she thought that she was above Tisha and she didn't want it to be the only one that husbands was cheating. And that's why most likely she did what she did. But once Tisha sat there and said that, her husband, haven't cheated, which, I don't believe that. But that's how she felt. Melody should have left it alone, but Melody never left it alone. She made this a part of her storyline. Now, when I'm lying, stop me. Now, you may not want to hear the truth, but I only can go by of what I see on this reality show, and that's real talk.
Telling you that no one, you know what you said was my husband has never cheated on me. So you can say, as I know of. Okay, let's as I know of. I'm very calm. As I know of, my husband has not done this. But when you say, I know my husband hasn't cheated on me, you're feeding into the lie.
And what Tisha said? Tisha said, Melody, calm down. She all hyped up. She all hyped up because she thought that once the cameras was going to come on, that Tisha was going to go ahead and expose her husband. And I don't know why right now, what was so bad, Tisha, that now you want to put your marriage on the sacrificial altar for these trolls, these unhinged demons to pick it apart. When according to the video that I showed, when y'all was sitting on Callers King platform at the NAACP talking about all the different businesses that you guys have that no one is privy to. Why you guys talking about all this stuff right now? Why are you guys siding with someone that tried to make your life a living hell? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Hey, K-Sense. K-Sense says, why does Melody act like she's the first woman to be cheated on? Like, girl, there are women who have gone through worse. If you are over Martel, why don't you let the cheating thing go? Because she's monetizing off it. He's the gift that's keep giving. That's why she don't want to let it go. I already had told you guys from day one. I don't think that Melody even wanted to get Martel arrested. She didn't want to do. That's why she held on those receipts for 2 years. The only reason why she pulled those receipts out and went and handed over because she didn't want Ariane to come on the show. Because I already said there and I told you everything that this girl have, somebody else come around and take it from her. Ouch. It hurts, but it's true. Everything that this girl built, somebody comes around and take it. And I told you, go and watch the videos. That's why I sit there and say, I ain't got time for this. I done told you the whole story. I told you the whole story, how this was going to end. The only thing that I did not see, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to take accountability for this. I didn't see Tisha sitting there coming out throwing Marsau under the bus. Now, Janet said she wasn't shocked. But I was shocked. I didn't see that. I didn't see Tisha coming out throwing Martel under the bus and putting the entire load on him. And just clean Melody's slate. Even if they was having pillow talk. That was between husband and wife. Melody didn't have to come out and say anything.
That you're exempt from what happens to majority of marriages in America. I really feel like Tisha is in denial about what really goes on in her marriage. But you know what they say, some women don't care. As long as you're paying the bills, take care of the house, honey, they don't care what you're doing. So maybe she's one of those kind of women. You're trying to destroy family, or things probably would have been said a long
It's not, and see,
time ago. Our husbands
that part,
have been
everybody
time,
was
and they know
praising
a lot
Melody.
about one another.
I promise you, I'm trying to sit there and pause
Let's
it.
be cool.
I'm trying to pause it, but for some reason, it's not letting me pause it. So let's talk about what Melody said. Melody says some women, they just don't care. It's not that some women don't care. Some women, it's not like you. And they praised the Melody. Oh, they hate when I say this right here. Oh, they praised it, Melody. But like I said, Melody came and she said nothing was taken out of her home. She had saw no signs. No signs. Sometimes, like I said there and say, it's not about you. It's about the family in whole. And I'm not saying you stay in a toxic relationship with your husband. I'm not saying that. But what I'm sitting there is saying, this is about kingdom business. This is about leaving legacies for your children's children. And do you think that Tisha was going to just throw out her husband for someone to come around and scoop it up and pick up what you left off? Because I'm pretty sure when it comes to home preservation, I'm pretty sure Martel and Ariane, they're going to pick up with that, because pretty much, and I'm going to say allegedly, someone that I know close to them, that's what they're doing right now, okay? That's what's Melody's and Martel's dream. And that's real talk. Letty said, I don't think Tisha will leave her husband for no one. Why would, like I said, only reason I would leave Marsau, if Marsau continued disrespecting me of what we seen right now. I didn't see none of that. I'm seeing it right now. The disrespecting. Yes, he was disrespecting, but it was border disrespecting. But to get your wife to come on Call Is King platform and call another man's gay, and you know that's fighting words. When you call an alpha man, a heterosexual man gay, that's fighting words. That words that it's hard to shake off, but they shook it off. Because we already saw the last episode, they all was sitting on the side of each other. I don't know if they edited like that. I don't know. I don't know what's happened first, what scene, but we already know the last scene you saw. Martel got a chair and sat in between Tisha and Trisha. And then Martel, Maurice, and Marsau, they was outside talking. So I don't know, but I know one thing: what's trash to you can be treasure to somebody else. And that's real talk. And that's what the white man want us to believe. That's what the European, that's why they already done bet on us, that a marriage is not going to last no longer than 2 years. And who going to get rich? You done build this house, you done build your business, and somebody else is walking around with your business hat on saying Scott, that belongs to the hosts and the Scots. But you got all in your feelings and knowing that y'all both was doing the same thing. But when you got on this show, then you felt like, hey, I got to please these fans. So you go and you toss your husband out, toss your children's legacies out. Now somebody else eating off of that. But that's what they want you to do. They love dysfunction of broken families. They love that. Some of you guys might catch this by tomorrow. Like I said, I don't just talk about reality shows. I throw jewels in here. You might not like it, but I'm not going to sit there and throw my marriage out knowing that nothing is taken out of my house. Now, if you disrespect me, got me on here looking like a daggone fool, like you see what Marsau is doing, Tisha, right now, hey, you got to check this right here, brother. But I would have never came back on this show. Because no way in the world that my man is going to film with another woman that I know that tried to make our life a living hell. I don't care if this is a reality show. You're not going to do it. And that's real talk. I don't think Melody left Martel. I don't think Melody left Martel. I think that they both was doing the same thing. Martel, most likely, just like he said, he was begging his wife. He was living with a Tasmania devil. This girl was like a Tasmania devil. Melody and Martel, how many times do you want me to say it? That's why y'all don't want Ariane on. That's why Melody went ahead and she exited. Because she don't want to face those demons. That's why she exited. Because she don't want the truth to come out. She know good and well they wasn't together in the beginning. They was not together. These people was doing their own business, doing what they doing. When she feel like she want a piece, going from hotel to hotel, trips and everything else. What man gonna sit there while he got the kids, and while you out there, you getting your piece? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. See, in here, you're gonna tell the truth.
Make like more.
Let's go ahead and play this right here. I promise I thought the same thing. So let's go ahead and play this right here, guys.
Your family, you cheated, because she's always pointing the finger. Make like Martel, you destroyed your family. You cheated on your wife and things like that. No, that Melody, she cheated too. I made no mistake in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? I did. She did. She cheated. I cheated.
Hold on, excuse me. See, I'm sorry, stop right there. Tell me when I cheated and with who and where?
The apartment.
The apartment?
Okay, so look.
And see, she back when he told her that. I must have a glitch, guys.
Before
I think
Martel
I'm in a mental.
Cheated.
I think I'm
Melody,
in a matrix.
she used to leave
Hold on.
the house. Say, I'm going to the hotel.
Yeah,
For 2 days. She used to do that 2 days. She used to do that often. I'm like, okay, go. Oh, that's when things started changing.
I promise
she's
you,
always
it's not
pointing the
letting
finger,
me pause,
make like
guys.
Martel.
I've had a hard time trying to let it pause. So I guess I must be in the matrix. But like I said, I'm almost done with these reality shows anyway. So I done said there and I told the story. Y'all think that these lazy producers, as Martel call them, they want to take your talking points, not just lazy producers taking your talking points. I guess if I say, oh, Lady D is all in our storyline. No, you guys getting y'all storyline off of me, just like what Maurice said, got the storyline off of me. And these bloggers, watch, they're going to come up with a video tomorrow because they're not creative. Oh, we're going to try to rebuttal what Lady D done said, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about this right here. Like Martel said there and say, hey, they put themselves out there. So when I come back with the facts, it's their word. Hey, if they said it, I'm going to go by what they say. Because I don't know these people from a can of paint. All I know is it takes two to tear down a house. Martel didn't tear that house down by himself. It takes two to tear down a house. What did Martel say? Martel said he cheated, Melody cheated. Even Martel said, I think Melody cheated first. I only can go by of what they say. I don't know these people. I ain't taking no sides. I'm just going by what they say. And that's real talk. So let me see if I could play some more and pause it when I feel like it. So let me see.
Because she's always pointing the finger, make like Martel, you destroyed your family. You cheated on your wife and things like that. No, that. Melody, she cheated too. I made no mistake in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? I did. She did. She cheated. I cheated.
Hold on, excuse me. See, I'm sorry, stop right there. Tell me when I cheated and with who and where?
The apartment.
The apartment?
Okay, so look, let's go back before Martel cheated. Melody, she used to leave the house, say, I'm going to the hotel for 2 days. She used to do that 2 days. She used to do that often. I'm like, okay, go. That's when things started changing. I'm like, damn, sex started changing.
What?
Start complaining. I complained for about
what woman?
a year before I stepped out. And again,
That's funny. Hold on, guys.
As a man, what else can you do?
But you did.
I'm trying to pause it.
Cheat
I'm
first.
trying to
You
pause
cheated.
it.
She didn't cheat.
I was trying to pause it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back right there. See, she mad. She mad because she only wants to over talk us. Look how pissed she is. She's mad. So let's go ahead and I saw someone say Sunny Ray. Let's go ahead and address Sunny Ray. Sunny Ray had came on. Well, how are you doing, Sunny Ray? Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. Okay, in here we are grown folks. Okay, and also we are critical thinkers. So Sunny Ray says he should have left when she was staying at the hotel. Instead, let me read again. He should have left when she was staying at the hotel instead of trying to get his leg back. First of all, why would he leave out of his own house, Sonny? Come on, in here we are critical thinkers. Why would he leave out of his own house? So if that was Martel's house, that means Melody was coming back to him. Like I said, in here we are critical thinkers. Now, some of you guys might get it by tomorrow. Some of you guys might get it by tomorrow. So if Melody left out and got her apartment and was doing whatever she needed to do, why she didn't stay where she was? Why did she come back? Why? Martel was already in his house. Martel didn't leave his house. Martel told her, if you want to leave, you leave. But ain't nothing going to leave out this house. From the bed down to the dogs and everything else, the children, nothing is going to leave. So she kept coming back. And we already showed a scene where when Melody felt like things was not going her way, she would go enter into this man's house and harass this man, take lighter fluid, take a lighter torch, throw knives, allegedly, throw plants, as if she was still in that house. She was not in that house. Even left her children in the car. But when she felt like, things is not right, oh, you took $17,000. I'm going to burn this house down. You see? She felt like she can go back anytime she felt like it because he allowed that to happen. He allowed that to happen. So it can't get no clearer than that. Why would he leave his own house when she was the one coming back? Martel said, like I said, honey, in here is real talk. Martel said the last time when she came back, she went and stopped to the slaughterhouse. Oh, yes, I did say that. Martel said, why would you even do that if it was mine? You didn't give me that decision. You see? So let them talk. Don't block nobody. Let them talk. Long as they're addressing this show until they attack me. So don't block nobody. Let them talk. Let them talk. Because, see, I don't know these people. I only know what they put out. So let them talk. Long as they don't come and make personal attacks to me. Because in here, we say whatever we feel like saying. Long as it's not a personal attack or you cursing me. I don't think Tisha will leave her husband. I read that one. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So let me go ahead and read some more comments. Letty says, one thing, Melody leaving Martel is the best thing for both of them because they was killing each other. And not only that, for the children, my heart it went to the children. Every time when I think about the hell that I saw, with the tapes that I saw, and they say Tasha K got more tapes, how they was trying to unalive each other, leaving is the best thing. Especially even Carlos King said it. What did Carlos King said? I'm glad, okay, y'all can go. Now I'm not even gonna try to put y'all two together anymore. And what Melody said, that's why I beat you know what. So she was DV as well. It was very volatile in that house. Very volatile. Nigga said, I promise I thought the same thing. Case Sin said, son, exactly. She knew the whole time he was cheating, but stayed for 5 years and had another baby with him, knowing it. She is a fake victim. Absolutely. Because like I said, she knows she didn't have no other way to escape. She thought, I hope she didn't think that her singing was going to get her through. But I guess somebody fooled her and told her, you can sing, and told her she can act. That's why she changed. She changed day one. The minute when they got on this platform, the minute when they started this show, she started changing, talking to him like he was a child. Oh, you dismiss, you can leave. Because she wanted her foot in. She got what she wanted. And then she changed code on every last one of them. That's why I say you never win when you play dirty. as Harvard's, let me see what she said. It doesn't always take two. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. I don't know if you married or not, honey, but it takes two to tear down the house. You ain't gonna sit there and just tear down the house by yourself unless you got a ghost in the house, unless you fighting with your own demons. Oh, yes, honey, it takes two to tear down the house. She said it doesn't always take two to ruin a marriage. A person can wake up one day and decide they want a divorce. It takes two. The only reason why that person gonna wake up because that person was unequal yoke, knowing that that was not your soulmate, knowing it was not your soulmate. But it takes two to tear down the house, long as things was going good. Like I said, I can't tell you something that I never been through. And that's how it usually happens, especially when you got a business, you young, you start building, start interacting and hobnogging with other people. Some people let it get to their head. And thinking now the ones that help you get up there, oh, you above there, I don't need them no more, like a Marsau. Marsau forgot who opened the doors for him. We wouldn't have never knew of a Melody. We wouldn't have never knew of a Martel and a Tisha if it wasn't for Martel opening the door. So yes, it does take two to tear down the house. You can't tear down the house by yourself. This man was sitting there saying what his needs were, what he wasn't getting. He said he talked about it for a whole year. What man that you know gonna beg his own wife for a whole year? It sounds like I'm just repeat myself over and over. It sounds like I'm regurgitating old information. I've been saying this from day one. I haven't changed. Y'all just don't want to hear what I'm saying. Let me see if I can say this and y'all gonna hear it when these content creators go and bite off of my content. Because we know they're not original. Okay? But yes, it takes two to tear down the house. Okay? And the thing about it, the reason why Melody went ahead and over-talked him because she didn't want him to tell his side, because we already know when it comes to Martel, he does not fast talk. He does not articulate himself as fast as Melody. And Melody tried to take over this conversation. I done played this about 101 times. Okay.
To the hotel for 2 days. She used to do that 2 days. She used to do that often. I'm like, okay, go. That's when things started changing. I'm like, damn, sex started changing. I start complaining. I complained for about a year before I stepped.
And you shouldn't have complained by a year. I would have got that dag on, you know what, out of my house. I would have got that demon out of my house. But the reason why he kept her in because of the children. This ungrateful, Lord Jesus Christ, thank God I don't have a potty mouth. I would have got that husband out of my house. And her wide back mom, I would have got him out. Because she was ungrateful, she was never satisfied. Like I said, it's tight, but it's right. What man that you know gonna sit there and let his wife just leave when she feel like leaving for her peace? Hold out for a whole year and he's not doing anything. And the only reason most likely he stayed in that marriage because of his children. But sometimes, hey, you just got to get out. But that house was toxic. Because even Melody came out herself and said that he treated her like a queen. But we already know that was a Tasmania devil he was living with. He was living with the devil. Let's go. Let's see this. Who want to live with a Tasmania devil? Make it make sense. Tell the truth and shame the devil, okay?
But to give God glory.
You can fool.
So guys, I guess I'm in a matrix. Look like everything I'm playing is not coming through. I don't know why, but I wanted to show you how this girl went and took a fire torch, went and took lighter fluid. She went and threw plants. She did everything. Everything. And do you think that this man, what man that you know, gonna take that much hell from that Tasmania devil? Tell the truth and shame the devil, okay? She should have sat there. Once she got out that house, she should have left and she should have never came back. But when things is not her go her way, she wants to think that she always can come back, okay? And that's real talk. That's just weird to go to a hotel. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's weird going to a hotel without your husband all the time. But all of a sudden, poor Melody, she need her peace. When she left and got a hotel, she should have never came back. But the only reason why she came back, because she couldn't see him with nobody else. And see, y'all don't want to hear nothing like that. Y'all don't want to hear nothing like that. And I thought I could play it, but I guess, I got to clean out my computer. I thought I cleaned out my computer, but I guess y'all guys must be sitting there trying to hack it and all this other stuff, because y'all don't want to hear the truth. Like I say, these people put their life out there for the entire world to pick it apart.
And make me feel like I'm a bad friend because I decided to pray. And if they paid close attention.
That's Shanita. She hurried and got the hell out of that. But I'm trying to sit there and play the part where she sat there and well, let me play this one.
Stop, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do
Quit
that.
acting like you have not pushed.
Now, who the hell gonna push you to commit attempted M? Who the hell going to push you to commit an arson? This girl should have been in prison. This man was living with, just like I said, a Tasmania devil. And I know your ears are bleeding. I don't care. I don't care. Because I don't know these people from a can of paint. These people put their lives out there for the entire world to pick it apart. This minstrel show. Don't push me. And what is he doing? He pleading. I would have got the hell out of there and I would say, strike the match. Strike the match. I would have called her bluff. You throwing all that lighter fluid in my house knowing that you wasn't staying there. But she didn't want it Ariana sat on that sofa or no other woman to sit on that sofa. So that's why she went ahead and she put gas all in the house, knowing she was wherever she was, but she couldn't stand to see this man with nobody. And that's the reason why I think, and this is my opinion, all this right here is allegedly. That's the reason why she wanted to get off of that show, because she didn't want all this stuff to come out. Because like I said, when it comes to the truth gonna slowly but surely find its way back home. And she don't want the truth to come out, knowing that she was out there swinging on every pole that was out there, just like she did when she was in St. Thomas. Didn't even know these people. The people that's supposed to be hosting her, she jumped on his jock. Yes, she did. Do you want me to play that clip too? I didn't say she don't know him. I don't know what she know because she travels. Her bag's always, at the door, booking ready. And when she went to St. Thomas, she jumped on this daggone man jock. Jumped on him. You see? Poor Saint Melody. Poor Saint Melody. And when she didn't have her way, she wasn't even in that home. She already had her apartment or wherever she was. But she ran up there because she felt that $17,000 was out of their account because they still was business. They still was, had their business tied up together. And just because $17,000 was out that house, she wanted to commit a crime. When Martel said she took $150,000, he didn't carry on. But what did Martel do? Martel pleaded with her, no, Melody, don't do that, Melody. Why are you doing that, Melody? Let's play a little bit more.
No, do not. You go ruin this furniture.
And I can go. I don't care.
You gonna ruin the furniture. No, do not put that on.
Just look at that. Just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ain't nobody talks about stuff like that. All they want to talk about is the RP. All they want to talk about is the RP. I want you guys right now that is critical thinkers, even though wrong is wrong, two rights don't make a wrong. But what do you think is worse? Let me know your honest opinion. What do you think is worse? The RP, Martel allegedly threatened to put a RP still picture and sending it to his wife, or his wife coming in his home when she left and poured gasoline and a lighter fluid, pull up plants, allegedly throwing knives in the walls. What do you rather? Would you rather to go through someone putting out RP still pictures, or someone coming in my home and pouring gasoline and lighter fluid and a lighter torch trying to set my house on fire? Which ones you think is worse? Which one do you think is worse? Let me see. Do you think, even though two wrongs don't make it right, because I'm not excusing Martel of sending out still pictures, telling his wife to leave me to, you know what, alone. What would you rather? Or not what you rather, what you think is worse? Do you think that the RP, what Martel did, was worse, or this scene right here where she wanted to unalive this man?
Now, I'm not playing with you about my money. Call them and get my money moved back to the account.
No, it's our money.
And split it 50-50 like it's supposed to be.
We didn't split the $150,000 50-50. What? That's my shit up. Don't do, Mel. Stop, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do
Quit
that.
acting like you have not pushed
No, do not. You go ruin this furniture.
Call now. I'm not playing with you about my money. Call them and get my money.
Tell me that was horrible. Let me see what y'all put. Attempted arson is worse. Thank you. What she did, she's dangerous. Cece. Hey, Yanita. My house is huge enough where I can go to, absolutely, Star. My house is huge enough where I can go to the other side and decompress from family stress. I don't need to go to a hotel to do that unless I want to meet up with my lover. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why Melody left, most likely. That's my opinion. Why I think that Melody left. Melody left because Martel was going to pull out the same receipts that he had showed Tasha K. And he gave her grace. He gave her grace. Because if he would have went ahead and he would have filed charges, I promise you, she wouldn't have never been in jail. Melody wouldn't have never been in jail. If anything, Melody would have been in prison. But the thing about it, that Martel spared you. Martel spared you. Yes, lighter fluid. That's what it was, lighter fluid. He spared her. So guys, I'm done. But like I said, don't sit there and pick and choose what you want to talk about just because you only believe one side. But it takes two to tear down the house. And Melody hands is not innocent because no way a man should be begging his wife to have sex for a whole freaking year. And we only can go by of what they told us. Let me see if I can pull one more thing up. And after that, that's it. Like I said, honey, y'all only sided with Melody because those weaponized tears. Like I said, that's what they do. When, especially when they have their way, they'll make you believe just because they weaponize, they crying or they tell the story better, and y'all believe that y'all fall for it. But I did never fall for it.
On me or walk out well, on me. See, that's what I'm saying. We have to get into definition. Who told us that was cheating? Where did that idea come from that that's cheating? And I'm not saying that a lot of men are not just running around. I'm not talking about that. But if a woman finds out that her man has been with a woman while she's been with him for 3 or 4 or 5 years, that's a serious commitment and relationship. And if it hasn't taken anything from me, if I'm not going short of anything, and if this is what he thinks his responsibility is, then what kind of hell are you going to go through to prevent that? Since we cannot stop him, we have not been successful. The white woman has not been successful in stopping the white man from having another woman. They call them a mistress. We pick up a lot of that terminology. But a man who has 2 women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other woman. Now, we got 2 choices. We can be the woman or the other woman. We don't have but those 2. Now, I know we don't like that. I don't like that. You know, but that's the reality.
Go start that up. Cooking with Erin, because she can cook. She's a great cook. She's got to cook more often.
Martel,
I'm just kidding.
I was about to say I cook every day. Yes.
Oh, yo, how about just go without the filter?
How about not, girl?
You look good with that.
I know, but still.
Hey, girl, hey. Y'all so funny. Hey. Hey, Knox, ready to eat?
Knox said I want some chicken, even though it's not chicken.
Oh, we're going to call it chicken. Are you ready to eat?
Yes, sir.
Hey, country girl. Hey, Cruncher says, good afternoon, unapologetic real talk and truth tellers. Happy Friday. Also, she said, I'm late. I just got home from work. Watch the replay, girl. Also, Miss Sparker, yes, she's in the house. She said that man looked like he wanted to pass out. This girl wanted to unalive this man. But notice how when he with Ariane, how happy he looks. That man, because he was living with a daggone devil. That's why he was living with a Tasmania devil. Like I say, honey, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to stand on my truth. And my truth may not be your truth, but somewhere lies the truth, okay? And I can get from behind the computer and tell you, and that's real talk, okay? Let's play some more.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. So this one Knox like to do. Watch out. Watch out. Oh. He like to do flips.
Look, but don't want to flip down.
All right. You say you like that? Flip. You ready to eat? Oh, you say you happy today? Mm-hmm. I bet she is happy today. If I was, I would be too.
And you see that part right there when he say, oh, she's happy today. If I was her, I'd be happy too. She say, you too. I think that's the day that either they got engaged or they had gotten married. And I promise you, you can take it to the bank. Yanita says that I hope both of them find peace. Absolutely. I hope they both find peace. But the thing about it, honey, you never win when you play dirty. This girl sat there and she knows she had a toxic relationship. And that man should have stand. I blame him too. I blame Martel too. Because just like he told Tasha K, he should have followed his first mind, not to put his family on that reality show. But he tried to make this woman happy. And the minute when he got on that show, she flipped the script. She flipped script. So guys, I am done. I am done. Like I said, in here is unapologetic real talk. 9 buys. And if you're going to go out there and you're going to sit there and use people talking points, at least sit there and give me a shout out. Give Lady D a shout out. It won't hurt because I know you're going to go run with it. But we're going to elevate ourselves and we're going to talk about things that is going on out there because I am a historian. I'm also into my spirituality and all the stuff that I've been saying when it comes to this show, you can take it to the bank and that's real talk. Okay. So guys, you all be blessed. Hold on one second. Go ahead and see if I can get out of this right here. Okay.
Do it all and I'm around, just get it.